approximately 60 miles an hour.
What's happening? Hey, Bryn.
Yeah, my name is Mike Lutzenkirchen, Executive Director of the Lutzie 43 Foundation and founder of the foundation. My son, Philip, he had an affection for just young kids that were born with challenges. He would just go invest his time, right? And as a college football player at the time, he didn't have the time to go do that. It took no talent to go do that. He didn't have any treasure. He wasn't making any money, but what it was the tenderness of his heart to go find ways to make that happen. I never would have thought I'd be sitting here doing an interview because my son lost his life due to poor decisions one weekend. Never thought that. So again, our faith has driven us to say, how do we honor Philip? Because there's a day I'm going to be at my son again, and I want him to high-five me. Say, Dad, job well done. I took a bad situation. You let a lot of people learn and benefit from it, and that's what this is all about. So we started the Lutzie 43 Foundation. We're a family of faith. Quite frankly, this is God's plan for us to push this forward and do all we can so that our families don't go through what we went through. And as we're now 11 years into this, we're really road safety advocates, and we really focus on the people of road safety versus the vehicle or the infrastructure of the roads.
Being involved with Lutzie 43 all stems from the first summit that I attended, but when we got there and I heard Mike's passion, Mike's story about Philip, the organization, what it represented and what it can do to save lives of our young teenagers in our community was really impactful, and I felt that it was hugely important to bring that to our community and move that up through Tennessee.
The Lutzies have a very impactful story, and in the trauma role, we partner across the state to hopefully impact change in the injuries we see. And this is the most unique platform that any of us has really been offered, and it's amazing to hear other regions of the state report on their involvement and to promote how impacted their communities are afterwards.
So what we did today is we brought leaders here in Southeast Tennessee, Northwest Georgia, across education, first responders, and if a trauma surgeon and all the personnel in a trauma room can get kids to understand, here's what's going to happen. If you enter this emergency room because you had poor decisions behind a vehicle and you were in a crash, and they're going to show the most common instruments to use in and around your body to get you out of that emergency room as quick as possible to surgery. That's one of the breakouts we do with trauma rehab or trauma personnel to say, kids, they want to share what they go through so that hopefully you avoid wanting to come into this scenario. We're just trying to put experts in different areas of healthcare, so trauma, rehab, law enforcement, and trucking to get these kids smarter in those different environments. With a goal, they're going to remember that through 43 key seconds, and it's going to change bad behaviors.
We've done summits where 16-year-olds have literally reached out to their counselor or their school principal afterwards and say, if I'm being honest, I didn't wear my seatbelt every time I got in the car, but after the summit, I thought twice about it, and I got in an accident this weekend. Here's a picture of my rash, which would have been, even the doctors that took care of me say it would have been a lot more dangerous. So even if it's just one.
The goal for the Lutzie Foundation is getting it to our community, understanding that this could impact many lives, but even if it only affected one life, and we saved one life from doing an event, that we've done more than enough.
If we took a driver that had a habitually bad behavior and we changed that, we may have saved them from having a distracted driving accident. We don't want any credit for saving lives, but we want you to trust we're saving lives.